Edmond had the goalkeeper to his mercy, but he decided to show compassion instead of making his people happy. It's a goal kick for the Western region. Goal kick for the Western region. Seems the Western region will be effecting a substitution. Kwam Ramsey. Game on. Ball headed away. It's Jamil. David Boateng. David. Beautiful play from David. David, can he outwit his markers? No. Loses possession. It's Kofi! That was brilliant from the skipper of the side. Yes. Kobina. Is the Upper East coming up now? But Kobina truncates the attack. Across. Ishmael turns beautifully. Sends a long one in, trying to look for Jamal. Thomas stretches play. He finds Obama. Turns beautifully. Middle. Ayimbila sends a long one in, trying to look for number 12 shirted. Asogliga. Throw in favor of the Western region. Throw in favor of the Western region. Substitution for the Western region. Player number 14, Kwam Ramsey, coming out for player number 3, Nathaniel Bedu. Throw in for the Western region. A long one taken, ball headed away. That was an ambitious strike from Asogliga. But goalkeeper was up to the task. It's David Boateng. David loses possession. Mumuni sends a long one in. Ball headed away. It's Kobina. Kobina loses possession there. It's the Upper East controlling the pace of play. A long one sent into the middle. Obama sends a long one in. Finds Asogliga. Poor control there. Ishmael Asare wins a throw-in for the Western region. A long one sent in. Ishmael. Obama controls nicely. It's Ishmael again. Asare this time around. Asare. Sends the ball back. He finds Kofi. Kofi. Poor play from Kofi. It's Kobina this time around. Kobina, he finds David. Beautiful effort from David. A player is currently on the turf, receiving medical attention. Substitution for the Upper East region. Player number 15. Player number 15. Farhan makes way for player number 8. Osman Salifu. And player number 11 makes way for player number 10, Lot Elijah. Obama sends the ball back. Beautiful turn there from Ayimbila. Asogliga trying to put through Zida. Unfortunately, ball goes straight to goalkeeper Francis Emisa. Anytime I see a goalkeeper pulling these antics, memories of Jojo swiftly flash through my mind. I recall during the 2004-2005 Confederation Cup final, when Kotoko took the lead at the Babayara Sports Stadium, Jojo did everything to wither away the time. When Haas pulled the equalizer, Owu turned to be a ball boy. He was rather chasing the ball. Substitution for the Upper East region. Player number 2, Samuel Awoni Ganja, makes way for player number 17, Ali Osman. Corner kick for the Western region. A long one taken from David. Ball goes over the line. It's a goal kick for the Upper East region. A long one sent in. Referee sees a handball. He says it's a foul in favor of the Upper East region. Asogliga lifts the ball for 6-shirted Ayimbila Richmond. Ayimbila sends a long one in, trying to look for 17-shirted Ali Osman, but straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Francis Emisa. Emisa sends a long one in. Ayimbila, but Kofi fails to control. Western region gain control again. It's Asari this time around. Asari takes on his marker. Asari, ball stop there. A long one sent in, looking for Zida. It's a throw-in in favor of the Western region. Kobna sends a long one in, looking for Ishmael. It's a throw-in again. Quickly taken. Referee awards an infringement in favor of the Western region. Kobina behind the ball. The skipper of the side. Kobina. He sends a long one in. Looking for Jamal. It's Asare. Sends the ball back to Kofi. Kofi sends a deep one in. Ball has been cleared. Ball whisked away. It's the Western region still attacking. David Boateng. David. Referee spots a pull there, and it's a foul against David Boateng. A quick one taking Obama. Obama sends a long one in, but the ball goes over the line. It's a throw-in in favor of the Western region. A deep one sent in. But Asogliga heads the ball away. It's another throw-in for the Western region. Nathaniel Bedu was looking for Ishmael, the striker. Kofi turns beautifully. Kofi. David loses possession. Ball sent to goalkeeper. Thomas sends a long one away, trying to look for Arafat. Ball headed away. It is the Western region. Now Upper East turning defense into attack. Asare, very smart player. Asare. Ishmael flagged offside. Ishmael flagged offside. Ayimbila sends a long one in. Can this be the equalizer? No, not this time. Ball cleared. Beautiful control from Kofi. Kofi loses possession. Ball sent to Obama. Obama. He finds Ayimbila. Ayimbila sends a long one. Beautiful pass there. Finds number 8 shirted. Osman Salifu. But straight into the arms of goalkeeper. A long one sent in. Asare, the winger. David Boateng. David. He finds Ishmael. Good interception there from the defender. A long one sent in. Arafat. Can he go? To nobody in particular. Game on. Across. Arafat sends the ball back. Referee says play on. That was a beautiful effort from Arafat. Straight into the body of the defender. In what looked like a handball, the referee says play on. Throw-in for the Western region. Throw-in for the Western region. I see a player down and the medical team attending to him. Player number 3, Mumuni Ibrahim, and player number 17, Ali Usman, both on the turf, receiving medical attention. Temporary hold up. Substitution to be effected. Substitution for the Western region. Player number 8, Prince Kofi, making way for player number 6, Prosper Afo. Prosper Afo. The goalkeeper for the Western region side, receiving medical attention. 3 minutes of time added on. 3 minutes of time added on. Right after this game, we have the Elite Academy Kumasi coming up against the Volta region, the defending champions of this competition. It's Upper East, a long one sent in. Goalkeeper, Emisa. Emisa, he sends a long one in. Ball headed away by Mumuni Ibrahim. Beautiful play, but the ball goes over the line. It's a throw in favor of the Western region. A long one sent in. Beautifully controlled. Ishmael the winger. Ishmael Asari. He finds six-shirted man. A long one in. The ball goes over the line. Prosper Afo. It's Obama. Obama sends a long one in. Ball intercepted by Afo. Afo. It's Ishmael. Obama stops Ishmael in his tracks. It's a free kick in favor of the Western region. Free kick in favor of the Western region. This is a free kick is David. David sends the ball back. Ball back to David. 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 Ball goes over the line. It's a throw in. Throw in favor of the Upper East region. A long one sent in. Ball headed. But Zida couldn't get there on time. It's a throw in again. This time around in favor of the Upper East region. Temporary hold up here. Throw in. Quickly sent in. Ball cleared. Kobina has the ball in. Obama loses possession. It's Asari. It sends the ball to Ishmael. 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 Ball goes over the line. It's a goal kick in favor of the Upper East region. A long one sent in. Can this be dangerous? Ball cleared. Throw in quickly taken. A long one sent in. But goalkeeper fails to grab for the first time. It's a corner kick in favor of the Upper East region. A long one sent in. Ball headed away. Goal kick to the comfort of the Western region. Long one sent in. It's Obama. Finds his goalkeeper. Sends a long one in. David. A long one sent in from the Upper East region. And there we go. It's all over here at the Ghanaman Soccer Center. At the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. At the end of proceedings, it is the Western region who won by a lone goal against the Upper East region. Very beautiful display. Our man of the match for this morning's game goes to player number 7 of the Western region, David Boateng. Former Black Stars winger, former Black Stars player, and former coach of the national U15 side, Yao Prekon, will do as the honors of doing the presentation for us. And right after this presentation, we will also do another presentation when the Eastern region walloped the Central region in Group B by 5-0. The man of the match for that particular game is No More Owen, who scored a brace in that particular game. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, David Boateng, for emerging the man of the match. Congratulations, David Boateng. You did a good job, and congratulations to the Western region. Now it is the turn of No More Owen. This is the second time Owen is winning the player of the match. In their first game, in their second game here, he won the player of the match, and this time around he's won again, scoring a brace today against the Central region. Congratulations, Owen, and all the best.
Sean, you've ever done the clapper thing for TV?
Oh my God! I didn't
have to go like this.
I didn't know these were real.
They're real.
They're actually. I thought these were just transitions.
What is yours? There, that was so good.
Oh my God! I feel so accomplished.
I'll take this from you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Amazing.
We just saw this video of you explaining the hippocampus and explaining the pituitary gland and your favorite neurotransmitters. Tell me about this. How did this YouTube channel start for you?
So, basically, I've had a lifelong love for learning, and around the age of 4 to 5, I wanted to start a YouTube channel because I had learned a lot from all of the educational channels, and I decided that it would be best if I shared the knowledge I had gathered with the world.
Amazing. Sean, I have so many questions for you. When did this start for you? How old were you when you started watching and learning on your own?
About 0 months old.
What do you mean? Like right when you were in the womb?
In the womb, I was doing science. Like, if my mom's belly was emitting kinematic equations.
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, so that was really just a way to transition into the fact that from babyhood to now, I have been learning and educating and soaking up information from any type of media or source that I can find because I've always wanted to learn. How kids enjoy playing video games, I enjoyed learning. Like, learning was my video game. And I really just had a passion for it. Because, like, basically everything I've done so far is a passion project. I have a sort of gravitational attraction towards learning.
When you're thinking about this sort of stuff, are you learning it and then memorizing it, or are you trying to create new information, new knowledge?
I bet you've heard of this. I have hyperthymesia, which means I have a hippocampus that's on steroids. And basically, the second I learn something, I kind of memorize it.
You can't forget it.
Well, I can forget it, but I mean, usually this because I still forget a lot of things. But the thing is, it's activated by a trigger. So like if I watch a video using a certain song, then it's like the neurons, they just start firing in a loop until it brings me back to like 3 years ago when I heard the same song.
How does it make you feel?
It's double-sided because sometimes it makes me happy, bringing me back to those memories of when I was very much a littler kid. And sometimes it really brings me stress and anxiety because sometimes there are these horror medias that I see and I watch them and I'm interested in them. And then in the middle of the night, the repercussions of hyperthymesia come and I eventually just can't sleep.
Just replaying it as a loop?
Exactly. Like there was this one jump scare that I wasn't ready for, and then I go to bed, and then it's just like, hey, remember that jump scare?
What else? What in your own life? Do you want to have a certain profession one day, or do something specific in terms of your work?
Well, I want to be a neurocardiosurgeon, which can be defined as the combination of a brain and a heart surgeon. And I invented this word when I was 4 years old because when I was doing research on the human body or anatomy, which was one of my favorite science subjects to study about, I found out that the brain and the heart are connected in a loop where the brain has to tell the heart to pump blood and the heart pumps blood to the brain so the brain can tell the heart to pump blood. And it's a loop. So I thought if one is damaged, then what's going to happen to this loop? So I decided to specialize my treatment in both of those.
Well, I do one of those.
Yeah.
I do the brain part. So if you ever need any help, I mean, just give me a call. I don't know what kind of advice I can give you, though. You are so brilliant at such a young age. But what point did everyone else start noticing this about you?
Well, if you're speaking of my parents, then...
Right over there.
Yeah. Well, at 9 months old, we were driving to Carter's to get me some snazzy new baby clothes. And I looked at the sign and I flashed back to my months of learning phonics and reading and vocabulary. And I opened my little baby mouth and said, Carter's. I had read the sign that was on the top of the building. Sorry. And my mom was amazed. She was like, Sean, did you just read? And I'm like, silence. So when we got home, she showed me some baby flyers she was getting. I read them. She told my dad that I could read, and my dad didn't believe her until she showed it to him.
So you weren't going to regular schools. Were you learning mostly at home?
Yes, actually. I was mostly self-taught. And this did have some negative repercussions. And you may be thinking, how is this negative? Well, you see, I had overlearned. there is a saying that's like, you can never learn too much. Well, with me, I broke that. Because if you tried to show me a French fry, I would have said letter I instead of French fry. And my mom was not exactly happy about this. So she tried to take me to the park because we had gone to a psychologist and she was like, your son is learning too much.
Your son is learning too much.
She took me to the park and I'm like, woman, you're wasting my time. She tried to show me Mickey Mouse and stuff. I'm like, ew, get this monster off my screen. And then eventually she kind of gave up and let me start learning. We went back to the psychologist and my mom said her plans had failed. So she put me in a school, and not just any school. High Achievers. This technically counts as a shout out, so shout out High Achievers.
All right. I hope they're listening.
Yeah. But if you have gifted kids, that school's good because they will let your child progress at their own speed. So if your kid finishes, let's say, preschool in a week, which was me, then they move you on to kindergarten, and then kindergarten to first grade until I was in second grade at like the age of 3.
Wow. That's that's pretty incredible. Do you know any other kids like you?
So I don't know if you've heard of a kid who got accepted into Morehouse at 13.
Yes, I just did.
He's actually in my school.
Now, obviously you love to learn. Do you miss out on the other part of life, the playing part and other stuff? And you didn't really enjoy going to the park, sounds like.
I did. I do everything too much. I play too much. I learn too much. I read too much. Well, there's no such thing as reading too much, but I mean, based on normal standards, I read too much.
Do you have any bad habits?
Bad habits. Annoying. I vex every day. And if you ask my mom, she would list like 30 other things, but I don't want to be too self-detrimental.
No, definitely. You shouldn't. I mean, everyone's really super proud of you. So, and then you want to do this neurocardiac surgeon. That's what you want to be.
Yes.
So there's a brain over there, by the way. So you're very familiar with the brain?
I love the brain.
You love the brain? What do you love about the brain? I love the brain too, by the way. I think it's 3.5 pounds of the most mysterious tissue in the known universe. Is that how you feel about it?
Well, technically, there's more mysterious stuff in the universe, like dark matter, but the most mysterious thing in the body, because we do not, understand it.
Do you have a favorite part of the brain?
Let me see if we can get inside it, because my favorite part of the brain isn't on the outside.
I think you might be able to pull it apart. Let's see here.
So,
Do a little surgery on that there, Sean.
Okay. Scalpel.
I'm your scrub nurse. There you go. Don't cause any catastrophic bleeding.
I think ripping his brain in half is already enough. I would not want my brain to have this happen to it.
No. Although, they do operations where they remove an entire hemisphere of the brain. Did you know this?
Yeah, it's used to treat seizures, and sometimes they cut the corpus callosum. Yeah. And that causes the two hemispheres of the brain to argue. And that's always just kind of been a little freaky for me as a kid. Pretty sure it's in the middle, right?
Yeah. So what do you love about the hippocampus so much?
Memory, because memories are something that you can cherish. And I think memories are the best thing ever because they allow you to share a special bond with your past that usually animals without those developed brains that we have, they can't share that same bond with their past because they wouldn't remember.
Right.
So we have a special advantage with our advanced brains.
If you could change something about the brain, what would you change?
Infinite storage. I would make it so you could remember anything and everything and you wouldn't forget. That could have its downsides, but you'd have a pretty sick superpower though.
You would. Sounds like you're kind of close to that, aren't you?
Yeah, hyperthymesia, but I still forget stuff.
Do you?
Like, I forget what my mom told me to do when I walk upstairs, and then I just end up like doom scrolling for an hour.
No, you do not. You doom scroll?
Well,
I would not have guessed that.
I'm still a kid, though. Just because I'm smart, I'm still a kid.
Yes, you are.
I can tell this is the size of my brain.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
brain
good.
is
I think
literally
your
the
brain might be a
size of
little denser in a good way.
Yep.
Yeah. So why do you think it's so important to get science out there?
Well, science governs everything around us. From the air we breathe to the words we speak, it is the governor of all human, animal, and non-life. It allows for you to walk, to talk, to move, to live, to experience, to die. And if we do not have an understanding of what brings us to this world, then why even be in the world in the first place?
Do you think that other people share your interest in science? You think there's a lot of people who want to learn this?
Well, other than scientists, like average, if you're talking about your average Joe, John Doe, then I don't really have a feeling, because if everyone was interested in the science like I do, then my channel wouldn't have to exist, because my goals would already have been achieved.
Does it surprise you that people are not more scientifically literate?
Very much, because, like, have you heard of the term Facebook mom? Mm-hmm. They will walk up to you and say, like, they will show you a clearly AI picture and say, why can't you be more like this kid who built a helicopter out of soda bottles? And that's not true. And the same thing goes for science. You see, there are a lot of pages that show you fake science.
Yeah.
Or science that has been dumbed down so badly that it's fake. And this is everywhere. You can't escape it. So how can you tell the difference between real and fake?
Right.
There are a few main ways. First of all, check language. If something like the Oxford Dictionary posts a science thing that's like, new science term has been discovered, it explains how waves can be particles. And then it's something like duality. This is obviously true because it's from a credible source. It doesn't use clickbait language, and it explains everything clear and concise. These are the 3 science credibilities. If you find a website that uses clickbait language, is not from a credible source, and doesn't explain things concise and clearly, or hides it behind a paywall or an ad wall, then you can tell that it's probably clickbait. Now you go on another website called articlesformoney.com. I couldn't think of anything that sounded more clickbaity than that.
That's pretty clickbaity. Yeah. How worried are you about this? This misinformation and disinformation?
Very worried, because people are actually investing in it, and then they read the article, and the article's like, scientists discovered where dreams are made in this area in the brain that was just discovered like yesterday. It's obviously true. Can't you see? Now watch this ad and click this pop-up. They're totally safe. And they end up learning false information, because a month later, it's proved that that area was literally just the corpus callosum from an angle that made it look empty. And then that website has planted a seed of lies that you will go to share to your friends, and that friend has that seed of lies until near the whole world is believing in a lie that was disproven a month later. And then everyone goes to that website and floods it with reviews that are definitely not PG.
So I know you're trying to help combat misinformation. You got your own YouTube channel. You have 1.5 million followers. Is that right? Mm-hmm. It's incredible.
Well, estimated. I have 1.4 million.
1.4, sorry. 1. I've got to get it accurate. I don't want to be a purveyor of misinformation here.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
It's basically 1.5.
Yeah, okay.
So.
I think it was a fair mistake. But you're trying to get good information out there. Is it tough teaching these concepts, especially to adults?
Yes, because actually I've made mistakes in my videos before because I used to think that the heart could pump blood to the 4th floor of a building, but that was actually a lie that had been planted in my head by a book. And I believed it because it sounded credible. And this has happened to more people than me. And I shared it on my channel to millions of people. And just because a 10-year-old made a mistake, people are saying, are you dumb? How could you be sharing this fake stuff? That's bad. Sean, you've literally destroyed my trust.
Really?
I'm a 10-year-old. Like, let 10-year-olds be 10-year-olds.
So what are you most optimistic about for the future?
Myself.
You're betting on yourself.
Yeah. I know that my dreams seem big, but if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Did you come up with that on your own?
No. I saw it in a barber shop.
That I did not expect. So you're optimistic about yourself. What about the world in general?
I gotta get real with you for a second.
Let's do it.
The world is in a state of turmoil. Like, we're doomed.
We're doomed.
Everything that's been happening now, it always seems to be negative. Mom and her prayer group. It's like every